Hello ladies and gentlefrogs, I'm xAMK Epic, but you can call me Dan, and welcome to my first Modern Warfare weapon guide. Today, we'll be covering the Dragunov. No stranger to the COD community, the Dragunov is a semi-automatic gas-operated rifle with a short-stroke gas piston system, designed between 1957 and 1963 by Soviet weapons designer Use The Dragunov. Winning a competition against two groups ran by fellow gunsmiths Sergei Simonov and Alexander Konstantinov, extensive field testing of the rifle conducted a wide range of environmental conditions resulted in Dragunov's proposal being accepted into service on July 3rd, 1963, and since then the Dragunov has become a standard squad support weapon of several countries and is still in service to this date. In-game, damage is high, with the Dragunov dealing a one-hit kill to the head or upper body, regardless of distance. Aiming anywhere else on the body will require you to rely on another bullet. Bullet drop is fast in Modern Warfare, so over longer distances you will require to aim just above your target in order to acquire that one-hit kill. Luckily, you won't have to aim too far over long ranges, and just a tad above your target will allow the bullet to drop onto the unsuspecting enemy. Rate of fire is very high in comparison to the other sniper rifles at 172 rounds per minute. Standard magazine capacity holds 10 bullets with a whole 3 magazines worth of rounds, giving you plenty of ammo to spare. Aim speed is very slow at 0.5 seconds with the scope fully settling at 0.8 seconds. Reload time is slow at 2 seconds, 2.4 seconds for the full animation. When reloading, make sure you're behind firing lines to avoid getting taken out. Recoil handling for the Dragunov is steady, with a slight upwards recoil after every shot. Holding in your breath compensates this as your gun maintains the recoil whilst you're breathing in. Bear in mind however that you still have to control the gun's upwards recoil. Hip fire spread is large, therefore firing from the hip is majorly inaccurate, and should only be seen as a last resort, if that. With Lady Luck on your side, you might be able to get away with a cheeky kill, but the overall majority will result in a quick and instant death. Unlike previous Call of Duty games, the strength of the Dragunov lies within holding back and keeping your targets at a distance. The Dragunov's slow aim down sight speed and upwards recoil does not complement the gun at close range. Given you'll need to hit your target in the upper body, close range will not bode well for you, and holding back in a relaxed, comfortable position gives you ample time to have a few seconds of an advantage on your enemy. For our class setup, Modern Warfare hosts a whole range of attachments in the weapon's Gunsmith, with a possible 36 different enhancements to craft a Dragunov hybrid to entice your sniping desire. I have acquired 3 Gunsmith craft combinations that favour 3 very different playstyles. Our first Gunsmith combination is what I like to call Quickscope. Using a muzzle brake for the muzzle, the 510mm compact barrel as our barrel attachment, the TAC laser for our laser, the Cronon C480 Pro optics sight, and the FT-AC Stalker Scout stock. These attachments provide quick aim speed and better mobility and weapon control in sacrifice for range. This is more useful for those people who prefer run and gun, but bear in mind you'll still need to aim high and hit an enemy at least the upper body, as well as the TAC laser attachment being highly visible to hostile enemies. Our next Gunsmith craft is a long-range marksman. This class consists of a monolithic suppressor, a 660mm barrel, the variable zoom optic scope, the bipod underbarrel, and a recon perk. This class is beautiful for the more stealth long-range players, with a variable zoom sight gifting a 2-range aim path, with a recon perk giving you the ability to see enemy nameplate from greater distances. This is complemented by the barrel and muzzle increasing the damage range for the Dragunov, confirming that your long-range shots are still as effective. For our final Gunsmith choice, we have the Assistants. For a more laid-back style, our attachments include the lightweight suppressor, the 510 compact barrel, the thermal dual power scope, VLK lightweight stock, and the frangible disabling perk. This class is set to stun and not kill, as by sacrificing high damage and control, you can use this class to mess around with players by targeting their legs, causing them to slow down in game, and really ruin their quick boosted game with this constant stop-start inconsistency. Our perk selection depends on what type of Gunsmith class you opt for. For our quick run and gun players, double time is helpful for doubling our duration for TAC sprint, as well as granting us a quicker crouch speed. For our second option, the High Alert perk will notify you when an enemy has eyes on your position, given that they don't have cold-blooded. Our perk 3 will be battle hardened. reducing enemy stuns and flash effects for full maximisation of your aiming. For our more held back loadouts, Perk 1 will be Cold-Blooded, hidden by AI and thermal optics as well as negating the ability from High Alert when aiming at enemies. Our second perk selection will be Ghost, keeping you off UAVs, radar, drones, heartbeat sensors and snapshot grenades. Finally, our perk 3 will be Spotter. Giving you a bit at a comfortable range, you can mark targets for your teammates and aid your team's game. As for our field upgrades, I highly recommend the stopping power rounds. Having a higher damage will easily ensure a one-hit kill on your opponent. For the Dragunov, running and gunning is not your strong point. Your strengths for this weapon lie within holding back and keeping your accuracy. A lot of weapons deal damage better up close, so keeping your distance is the key to getting the advantage over your enemies. Don't have too much of a distance though from your target, as the Dragunov does lack accuracy in comparison to other weapon categories. Make sure you have more than enough time to get a high placed shot on your target, as you prefer not to fire another shot straight after. The pros for the Dragunov is that you have a fast firing high damage weapon with a long range capacity. The cons are that your sniper muzzle flash makes you easily visible from distance, so keep your shots accurate and lethal. Personally, I feel this gun is more for campers than a run and gun style, and patience is a virtue. If you have a great accuracy, then feel free to use the Dragunov for feeding purposes, as it's not that bad, but given Modern Warfare's clunky gameplay style, you'll feel more at ease sitting back, and when they least expect it.